Hi, good morning, everyone. Meets the Money Honey here. It is Monday, January 27th, 2025. And if you woke up this morning to looking at your market or your accounts or portfolio and you saw this in the NASDAQ, uh, that's what a falling knife looks like, if you've ever heard that expression. Um, Everything is down pretty much today. We are starting to see a little bit of a bounce on the NASDAQ. This comes out of the news that China has developed a new AI model that is much less costly, more efficient. It's open source, keywords open source, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So all of the major tech stocks sold off overnight, especially Nvidia. That's one that you know really took a hit. Apple not down so much. That's pretty cool. Amazon was not immune from this, but you can see this large wicking candle that tells me that we're starting to bounce. But let's take a quick look at Nvidia, and we'll look at Microsoft and Google as well. But look at that huge gap right there. I mean, that's incredible. So down 16 bucks a share, a little over 11%. Microsoft, same boat, because they also have their own AI models. My take on this is that yes, this is definitely a blow to these large tech stocks. The AI bubble, so to speak, has popped a little bit. But that doesn't mean that these companies are just going to sit and the game's over. My take is that they are going to come up with a model here in the US that is just as good. It's open source code. So they can look and see what this new AI model is, and come up with their own US based AI model that can do the same thing. So I don't think that, this means game over. I do think that we were, you know, pretty pretty high in these tech stocks, and some of this needed to come off. I get it, Tesla's taken a hit too, down 15 bucks. But that doesn't mean that we're done. So I would, you know, we're up considerably on last year's gains were off the map. So hopefully you were taking some profit along the way. But I would say look at the stocks that are more diversified, that are not strictly AI, like Amazon for example. They're down $10. They're in e-commerce. They're in many different facets of business, not only AI. So, I would think like companies that were well diversified are going to snap back. You can look at it that like maybe it's on sale. If you were going to jump back into the market right now, and these tech stocks have taken a hit, which ones are more diversified that wouldn't suffer such a blow when a competitor comes out with something that's better, more competitive, less expensive? Amazon would be one that, I would be looking to buy here, just because of that fact. And they've hit this 200-day moving average. Look at this large wicking candle. I know we've got this bearish signal here. However, I think this thing's going to scoop it out still. We still have these take profit levels, 241, 247. And right now it's at, let's say 225 a share. That's not too bad. But I don't know that I would exactly jump right back into Nvidia right away, unless I had some intel that they already had a competitive model to this DeepSeek AI that came out of China. Nvidia really has kind of taken a hit anyway, just because, they they were so overvalued. Um, so I would just maybe wait and see what they come up with. They're going to have a catalyst. They're going to have an answer to this new AI model that's come out of China. And you know, there may be some other catalysts that come along and help prop this thing up. But you can see, we fell out of this upward trend here. And now with this news, we're breaking through. Now it has wicked some, but I would just wait to see if you wanted to get back in and buy a few shares of it. The old adage still does apply, right? What goes up will come down. Same thing, what goes down will come back up. You'll have some buyers come in here and the price will come back up. Probably by tomorrow, you're going to see all the markets back up. So I wouldn't panic as of yet. I am seeing a shoulder ahead and a shoulder here. So that could mean that we are, we're going to come down quite a bit. I just, I don't think that this is the end. As far as Bitcoin goes, I was looking at Bitcoin last night. See, it's already bouncing, so I'm not feeling bad about crypto. This is where the majority of my holdings are anyway as well. But this is an algo thing. We were hitting uh we've got take profit levels that are lower. We're having a little bit of a price correction. And you can see we had this strong bearish signal. I do expect it to come back down to this support level, this second support level here. You can see we've got a take profit of 94.7 there. So I would not be surprised. I mean, we're bouncing now. We did hit this 200-day moving average. But I would not be surprised if we do come back down to this second support. That means it's on sale to me, especially with all of the bullish news coming out of the new administration. Another one to watch until it's implemented. It's not priced in my opinion, but until things are implemented with this whole Ripple news that we've been getting the past few days. The word on the street is that major institutions are going to be using Ripple as their primary. Oh, look at that. We've got a bullish confirmation on Bitcoin. But word on the street is that XRP or Ripple is going to be used in, sorry, my signals are going off there. This is why we have TradingView, because you can set these signals. And I get them in the middle of the night, yes. Unfortunately, it wakes me up, but at least I know what's going on in the markets. Okay, let me finish that thought. Word on the street is that Ripple, XRP, is going to be the blockchain that replaces the SWIFT financial system. BlackRock apparently bought trillions of dollars worth of XRP last week. And what this really means is that for any cross-border payment or transaction that happens within the institutional system, so think of money transfers, any of that stuff costs money. This is going to be something that replaces the latency, the trust issues, the cost of the SWIFT financial system. XRP is very efficient. It's built on blockchain so that you don't have to trust humans to make the necessary movements within the financial system. You're not having the errors, wire transfers sent to the wrong addresses, things like that. This actually is a fantastic solution, and the U.S. stands to benefit tremendously. So, with that being said, $2.86 per XRP token is, I mean, you might as well be getting it for free, because you can imagine once this thing is actually implemented and President Trump has met with the CEO of Ripple. Yes, it is a private owned corporation. So it's completely different than Bitcoin. A lot of people are saying that it's going to replace Bitcoin. No, Bitcoin is something that is a completely different concept built on blockchain. This is not a private corporation, is a decentralized store of value that is controlled by the people, not any one corporation, not any one government, which makes it fantastic for storing your value, right? It's something that can't be manipulated or controlled by any one individual. Now, yes, there are big players in the market that can cause the price to fluctuate, and we're seeing some of that, and could be intentionally. Some of this price has dropped overnight so that we can scoop it back up at a bargain, which is what I plan on doing. Um, but it's not something that can be controlled by one company. So think of XRP like perhaps Visa or MasterCard. They collect a transaction fee every time that a transaction is performed on their network. This would be the same for XRP. However, it would be much quicker, much cheaper, much more trustworthy, error-free, things like that. And every time that XRP is used, tokens are burned, put back into the system, and it causes the value to rise. So you can imagine with the trillions of dollars that are moved around the world on a daily basis, this thing stands to benefit incredibly. So I can't even imagine. I've seen estimates, 10,000 to in the hundred thousands of dollars per XRP. I can't say what this is going to be. That's all speculation. But I do know that from here, we can expect it to go up. So if that's just my personal opinion and what I know about it. Now, none of it's been implemented. I'm just gathering the news from many different sources. Of course, I would say dig in it, yourself, to see what's going on. All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. If you wanted to take some day trades on this, you know, let's just go through the day trade screener so you can see what I look at. I want to go to my gappers, and we'll see what's going on. I'm going to go to extended hours. Could be looking pretty puny today given the situation. Oh, yep, there we go. All right, so I don't know what news this particular company might have, um, but let's take a look at it just so you guys can see how I look at it. All right, so we've got a gap up, uh, a buck 19. Let's go to the 5-minute chart and see if we see a pattern and if the volume's there. So volume looks like pretty decent volume. I don't know. Let's see. Is there anything? Have we got a bull flag? This might be, no, we got a channel here maybe. Let's draw this. Yeah, I don't know. I think this thing's going to pop too. And we do have a bearish signal. So I always like to verify my signals. Yeah, so this probably is going to be what comes up also comes down. When we hit this 200 period moving average, see if we get a bounce there, and then maybe you can capture some of this up move that we've had. But for right now, this for me would be a let's wait and see what happens when the market opens. All right, gang. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't panic. Just keep an eye on things. Hopefully, if you did want to get out of the market, you have a stop loss set. That's my number one rule. If you're getting in, make sure that you've got your take profit and your stop loss set. Don't just open a position and let it ride, because this is the unpleasant time. When that happens, you wake up in the middle, you wake up in the morning and you see that we've had these crazy moves during the night, and it just makes you just not feel good. So, anyway, uh, hang in there, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Thanks so much. Take care.